My apartment is looking a little bland and boring and is definitely in need of a little extra whimsy. So let's make some renter-friendly DIYs to bring some of those cottagecore vibes to our spaces. Hey guys, and welcome back into the channel. Today we are going to be doing another episode of DIYs for renters, and in this episode we are going to be making some really cutesy little DIYs to bring some more whimsy into our spaces. I feel like apartments are so boring and beige or gray or whatever, and they don't have all that cuteness and charm that a space needs to feel like your own. And that's why I'm in the entryway right here, because this area is honestly so dull and boring and it needs some work. So I'm gonna need you guys to ignore the mess because I am still cleaning up from the kitchen makeover, but this is the area that I want to address right here. I have this basket that is just sitting on top of this bench in the entryway for right now until I figure out what exactly this area is going to look like. But this has just become such a cluttered drop zone that I think we could do something to address at least one aspect of this in this video. So let's go upstairs so that I can show you my idea. So as I was scrolling Pinterest, I came across this photo right here, and I thought this was so cute. I love the frame, I love the hooks, and I also love the little cross stitch that says Home Sweet Home. And I honestly have never done cross stitch or embroidery before, but I just couldn't get this inspo photo out of my head. So I turned to Craftsy, who is today's video sponsor, to take a class to learn some beginner embroidery skills so that we can make this DIY project. Now, Home Sweet Home definitely did not feel fitting for this project since we are renters, so instead I created a custom pattern that says Rental Sweet Rental, which I felt like was way more perfect. If you guys want this pattern, let me know. I could try to find a way to digitize it so that you can download it as well. But I'll admit, when I was about to start this embroidery process, I was really nervous. But that was before I took Craftsy's Startup Library hand embroidery class with Kat McTee. I just loved the way that she presented embroidery in such a just easy, approachable way, where after going through the class, I felt like I could also pick up the needle and embroidery floss and begin my own project. Now, if you've never heard of Craftsy before, it's an online platform with thousands of classes for creative people with everything from painting, sewing, photography, baking, and even home decor. Basically, all of the hobbies that make you feel cozy and inspired. And with fall here, I definitely feel like I am entering my cozy hobbies era. This is already looking so cute and honestly pretty good for being my first try at embroidery, but we still got a little bit more to do. Now, I followed this class step by step, and I think the best part was that I could pause and rewind and go back and rewatch as I went. Because trust me, I had to do that a lot as I was learning these brand new techniques that I have never tried before, especially when I got to the French knots. Those, I think, almost defeated me, but I did eventually get them. These flowers definitely turned out a lot better than the other side, but I think that is just all part of the process. And just like me, Craftsy's classes are perfect for beginners all the way up to experts, whether you're trying to learn a new skill or get better at a hobby or skill you already have. So I think I'm gonna leave this right here for now and finish the rest off camera, but it is turning out so cute. It is not perfect, but I think that's just part of the charm of this piece. And if you want to check out Craftsy for yourself, you can get your first full year of premium membership to Craftsy for just $1.49, valid for new members only. And for my TV viewers, I also have a QR code on the screen. You can use your phone camera to scan that and it will take you right to the site so you can sign up. back down here in the entryway area, I want to talk about this. These command hooks right here over my shoulder are not cute. They are not giving aesthetic. They're only functional at this point. And if you remember, I said that I put these up here pretty much temporarily just so that we have a spot to hang some jackets. But honestly, they have been bothering me ever since. So while again, I'm still working on coming up with what this entryway, how it's going to function, I thought that we could do something to DIY these and make them a little cuter. So I gave the hooks a coat of primer because they are metal and it's gonna make our paint easier to stick. And I was inspired by these bookmarks that I saw on Pinterest. I just loved the art style and kind of the color scheme going on. And I thought, why not kind of take that as my inspiration for making cute little designs on these command hooks? That way up on the wall, they look so much more personalized and I think it's gonna look really good. After the first coat of the green paint, this hook was definitely giving more of a what are you doing in my swamp vibe. And as much as I love a good Shrek reference, it definitely was not it for this project. So for the second and third coats, I painted this hook more of a dark sagey green color, and I also darkened the blue of the other hook so that they pair a little bit better together. These look so good. I actually really like them as just solid color. This would be a really great way to just elevate the hooks by leaving them like this. But since we are on a whimsical journey here trying to add some cute designs, I think we can make these even more custom. And I want to make one for Alex and myself so that we kind of have like a matching set, well, like a mismatched set. For the green hook, I'm painting a teeny tiny little vintage inspired mushroom motif, and I decided to do this one for Alex's hook because whenever we're at a store and we see mushroom themed decor and things like that, he always seems to gravitate toward it and point it out, so it just felt like the perfect fit. And then on my hook, I wanted to paint a pink rose, so I definitely wanted to just pull our personalities into these pieces. And just to make them a cohesive set, I put a little bit of the blue paint on the green hook and a little bit of the green paint on the blue hook so that they both tie together. You guys, look at these. Now that they are dry, we need to take them outside though, because obviously this paint might chip off if we just leave them like this. So I want to spray them with a glossy clear coat just to seal them all in and make sure that they are extra durable so that these cute little designs don't get all chipped. So we're in the kitchen now, which is still looking so cute. Oh my gosh, I love being in here now after giving this room a makeover. It has only been a week since it's been completed, but I mean, I'm just loving it already so far. And thank you guys for all of the really kind comments too, and all of the love and support on both parts of the kitchen makeover. They really do mean everything to me. So there is one thing that I wanted to do in here just to add a little extra something. and that is talk about our fridge, because the fridge is just big, white, and blank, and I just wanted to add something cute. I wanted to make some little custom fridge magnets because I had been seeing all these cute little fridge magnets on TikTok and Pinterest, and I just wanted to make some for myself finally. And I just love magnets as like a renter-friendly project because they add a little bit of personality, but of course they are fully removable. So when thinking about these magnets, I really couldn't come up with what shapes exactly that I wanted to make, but then Alex gave me the greatest idea. He suggested I make little charcuterie themed magnets out of polymer clay, and I just loved that. We love making charcuterie boards for date night, and we go all out every year for Halloween making a spooky themed charcuterie spread. Here's just a couple pictures of past years, and we're getting so excited for this year's charcuterie board because each year we try to one up the year before, and we do this thing where we buy all of the food items the day before, then the morning that we're going to have our little Halloween celebration, we build all of the boards first thing in the morning and put them away in the fridge and go out and enjoy the day. And we have this rule where we're not allowed to, while we are assembling the boards, to taste anything that we're putting on it. That way we get the full experience and kind of like that anticipation throughout the entire day, waiting to come home to an amazing charcuterie board spread. So it just felt so fitting to make our clay magnets inspired by one of our favorite date nights. The little shapes are out of the oven, and oh my gosh, they are so cute. So now it's time to paint them so that they can really come to life. But oh my gosh, aren't these so adorable? I think what I love about this DIY project the most is that you can make it so custom to who you are as a person. You can make little mini shapes based on your favorite foods, your favorite hobbies, or just little symbols that represent who you are. And I think that's what makes this so fun, is because it is just such a personal way to express yourself. And when you look at how cute they are up on your fridge, you're always going to just smile and feel that little bit of joy, which is such a key when you're adding levels of whimsy and cuteness to your space. And I just feel like when we see all these beautiful Instagram photos, we get away from adding those little touches that make a space feel personal. And even though this is just a small thing you can do, I feel like it has that big impact when making your space feel like home. These have turned out so cute. Oh my goodness, I just love them. Oh, they're so adorable, but we're not done yet. I want to add some magnets to the back, of course, so they can stick on the fridge, and I'm just gonna do that using some E6000 glue. I still can't believe how these turned out. They are so cute and look so good on the fridge. And I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me as we added a little bit more whimsy into our apartment here. And I hope that you guys also got some inspiration too, because I know that living in a rental can often just feel so boring and bland and hard to put your own personality into it. So I'm just hoping that you walked away with a few ideas of how you can incorporate your own personality and your own style into your space. And don't forget to check out Craftsy with the link down in the description box. And if you want to watch another video just like this one, I have put that up on the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.